If you know that you're asking for money that you're not going to give back to the couple, then don't ask for crazy amounts of money because you are just making them broke. That is very selfish. Today we are going to talk about everything that is wrong with the bride price. Everything that I think is wrong. If you guys have some more or you have experiences with the bride price that you would like to share with us, please don't hesitate to leave them down in the comments. So first of all, I'd like to say this. The problem with bride price is not that it is outdated. The problem with bride price is the very fact that it has evolved. And for me, I feel like in many cases, it has evolved in a very bad way. And whether we would like to accept it or not, more and more young African people, they don't want to respect it anymore. They don't want to practice it anymore. I asked a few young Africans last week on my Instagram what they thought about bride price, and these are some of the things that they had to say. One of them said, "I will never get it back if she leaves me." Another one says, "It shouldn't be making a new couple broke." One said, "How expensive it is." Another one said, "The fact that people don't understand that we're not being sold, it is a symbol of gratitude." Another one said, "How it seems like I'm buying a wife." Another one said, "The price." Actually, a couple of people said it's the price. So as you can see, the majority of the young people that I asked basically spoke out against the price. And being a young African myself, I decided to list down a few things that I really think are not going too well in the way that this ritual is practiced today. The first thing on my list was the fact that there is no exact description of what the cultures actually require as far as getting their daughters married is concerned. This means that within the same cultures or within the same tribes, you can find that different families have different ways that they get their daughters married. And the danger with this is the fact that there is no limit to what families can ask for as far as getting their daughters married is concerned. So the couples are left to their own devices or to their own luck. So if they get lucky, then they can pay a little bit. If they don't get lucky, then they get to deal with families that ask for things that are very unreasonable, if you ask me. And I feel like this is one of the reasons why some people are coming up with the solutions of fixing an amount of money on the practice, which I believe I don't agree with because it doesn't really take into context the differences that exist between cultures. I feel like coming with a solution will require a much deeper research into each of the cultures that African countries have to establish some type of uniformity for each culture within those countries. The second problem that I listed is the over-involvement of the extended family. Now, don't get me wrong, I really appreciate and I love how close family is within the African community, but you can find that some people really just get to meet some of their family members on their wedding day. You see people turning out at traditional weddings that you've never seen. And a lot of the times, these are the people who have the most to say. Like the people that you've never seen in your life, they are the ones with the most demands. We want this, we want that. Like, who are you, auntie? Who are you? And I don't want any stranger at my wedding. If I've never seen you, I don't care if you're my uncle, if you're my aunt, if we've never met, then show up at my wedding. I don't know you like that, you know. Parents really have to take responsibility. Like, you shouldn't let just anybody to have a say on your daughter's life, especially on an important decision as getting married or marriage, you know. Like, I wouldn't want random people coming to have a say at my child's wedding. And I feel like really this is something that African parents need to understand. A lot of responsibilities are given to the extended family, and I really feel like it rubs me the wrong way. The third problem that I find with the way that this ritual is practiced today is the exorbitant amount of money that can be involved at times. Simply put, some families really go crazy. They quote crazy amounts of money or crazy amounts of things that they believe the new couple should be providing to them. I personally find this very inconsiderate because this is just a new couple trying to start a life together. You do not need to make them broke before they start their lives together. And some families would be like, "Oh no, you are a wife, you are the bride, you shouldn't take sides with your groom." I'm sorry, but if I'm getting married to somebody's son, we are becoming one. His money is my money. So I will bargain, auntie or uncle. I will fight you. It's not just about the husband. It's also about two young adults trying to start their lives together. You cannot be asking them for thousands and thousands of money and you think that's normal or that's the way that you are trying to see if the husband can provide for the wife. No. If people were practicing this ritual in a way that when they get money, they give it back to their daughter, that would be completely different. But I find that unfortunately, that is not the way that it works in families nowadays. They just take money and they take money. And I feel like if you know that you're asking for money that you're not going to give back to the couple, then don't ask for crazy amounts of money because you're just making them broke. That is very selfish. That is selfish. It is inconsiderate. Don't do that. And if I am the bride, of course I will argue with you. What do you think? And the last point that I had is the fact that some families see this as a business opportunity. Of course, this point is also related to some other points that I have mentioned. But the reason why I want to outline this independently is because sometimes you see families say things like, oh, I have suffered for my daughter, you know, I've taken care of her, she has gone to school, so it's going to be very expensive to get married to my daughter. And I'm like, if you think that you have raised your daughter, you've sent them to school, that guy, the groom, also went to school. He was taken care of by his parents. He didn't come from a tree. The man that she's getting married to is also somebody's son. And this is not your opportunity to kind of make money off of your daughter. The way that you should see it is that my daughter is leaving the family to go and start her own family. Don't see it as if you are selling your daughter or you are trying to get back your investment on your daughter. I feel like words like this put a lot of resentment in people's hearts. And I really think that if someone is not forgiving, they can finish their wedding processes and not even want to connect with their families anymore. And I feel like there's no reason for that. This is not a business transaction. You are just allowing your daughter to start her own life with her partner, which is a normal life thing. So that concludes my point. Let me know in the comment, what are some of the experiences that you've had of bride prices? The negative one. What are the sides of the bride price that you feel like just rub you the wrong way or that you feel like you don't really agree with? Just put them in the comments and I will see you guys in the next videos. Bye.